you doing?
It's been an emotional week.
Yeah.
You know, as much as we were prepared for this time period and these days coming up, it was still tough. It's been tough.
Can you talk a little bit? There's a lot of people who are going to be watching really closely what former Vice President Biden has to say in this tribute. The Vice President appeared with John McCain at one of those last public events. McCain made some very emotional comments about him. Talk about that relationship. Talk about what you expect to see today.
Well, they have a bond that goes back to the 70s and very, very close. I think they both represent for Americans what we're striving for in the country today, and particularly juxtaposed against the Trump administration, where people can move, can get along, they can work together. I know when John saw Joe Biden, he didn't see a Democrat, he saw his friend, he saw a fellow American. Did they disagree strongly on so many things, particularly on foreign policy matters and some domestic issues? Yes, but they were fast friends. And because of what happened to the Vice President's son and the similar cancer that John succumbed to, that bond grew even tighter between them the last year and with the Sanders family.
There was that emotional moment with Senator McCain's daughter, Megan, on The View. You remember that, where she sort of broke down and Joe Biden came over and held her hand and said, you know, I got you on this.
Right, right. In many ways, he's been John's wingman in the Senate, if I could use that phrase, and vice versa. Yeah. And I hope what the country sees in the coming days between the service today and what's going to happen this weekend, they understand that we can argue. You know, we're a country that is tempestuous, and John represented that, but we're not enemies.
Yeah.
And I think that service today will kick off that celebration of America.
Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Why don't you subscribe? It's really easy. Just click on that button down there. And for more news from MSNBC, click on any of these videos here for the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more videos from MSNBC with our newsletters. Head over to msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up.